All right, good Friday afternoon to you all. This is meteorologist Jacob Matthews here to give you a little update on the snowstorm that is expected to impact a huge portion of the country. As of now, this storm that is developing is just really giving off rain showers, a lot of warmth and moisture coming off from the Gulf of California as well as the Gulf of Mexico from east and west. It seems like all this moisture is being driven by this one low pressure system that is really strengthening. As you can see, it's a little more amplified at this time in the middle of the afternoon. And as it continues to amplify, the system itself will continue to get stronger and a little more widespread. Now, if we go a few more hours ahead, going into Saturday 2 a.m., you can see how much more expansive this system is. So it's not just going to give us rain showers by that time, it's also going to give us an icy mix with warmer air trying to flow aloft. It's not really going to flow near the ground as much, but it will try to flow aloft, and that's when it's going to give us an icy mix. But where there's colder air all around, so from higher in the atmosphere to the ground, it's just going to be snow showers. We got snow from Little Rock, Arkansas, later into Saturday morning, all the way up to about Omaha, Nebraska. If we go a little further into the future, into maybe Saturday 8 a.m., we can see the snow continues to move into Missouri. Seems like a lot of it will eventually reach into Kansas City. Now, all of this snow is happening thanks to all the colder air that is coming in from the Great Lakes region. And it seems like it's flowing away from this big high pressure system over the northern Great Plains in Minnesota as well as Wisconsin and near the Great Lakes. And that colder air continues to flow into our area too. As you can see over in Erie, Bradford, Elmira, seems like there's also higher pressure here, a lot of cold air, and the proof that there's a lot more cold air is because, well, there's some snow happening, not just from this system, but also over the Great Lakes. This is Saturday at 9 p.m. At this time, it looks like the Pittsburgh area could start getting a few light flakes, but it's mainly impacting southwestern Pennsylvania at this point. Eventually, that snow nudges a little more northward as the system amplifies and strengthens a little bit more. The first flakes in Erie could happen as early as 3 a.m. So at first they'll be pretty light, and then it might get a little heavier, but it looks like the heaviest snow is going to stay to the south for Sunday morning as well as the afternoon. You can clearly see that, although it looks like by the middle of the afternoon, 3 p.m., some of that heavier snow could nudge a little more northward. You can actually see this front right here associated with that low pressure system. A lot of warmer air trying to flow in from, say, Tennessee, Kentucky, eventually into West Virginia. So it's getting that transition from snow to rain, thanks to all the warmer air, not just aloft, but also near the ground. But if you go a little further into Pennsylvania, some of the warmer air tries to flow into the Pittsburgh area, but it's mainly aloft. It's not near the ground. So you're mainly probably going to see icy accumulations in near the northern panhandle of West Virginia, as well as far southwestern Pennsylvania. And this is by Sunday afternoon again. Also, with this system really amplifying, of course, it's strengthening too. So that's also going to give us heavy precipitation, rain in central West Virginia, icy mix, probably freezing rain and sleet in northern West Virginia, and heavier snow in the western half of Pennsylvania. All the way from Pittsburgh to Erie. Now, here's a longer range forecast that tells us that the snow is actually going to taper a little into Monday morning. You can actually see it tapering across western Pennsylvania and even into the state of New York. Eventually, all that snow might move to the east away from Erie Monday afternoon, Monday evening. Now, this long-range model is predicting another batch of snow over the Great Lakes, but not all models are really predicting that snow will eventually reach us. It might actually dissipate before it even reaches our area. That's the case for Tuesday. Now, there's a winter storm warning in effect for Erie, but if we expand the map a lot more, you can see this winter storm warning is actually stretching all the way from, say, near Albuquerque, New Mexico to Boston, Massachusetts. And of course, in areas farther out west, the storm warning is going to expire a little earlier. And if you go out east, it's going to expire later. So, for example, if we go near New Mexico, this winter storm warning is in effect until Sunday, 10 a.m. So all of the snow, the ice is going to move out of New Mexico at that time. It might move out after Sunday afternoon in Kansas, as well as Oklahoma and Missouri. If we go over to Pennsylvania, eventually all of that heavy snow will move out by Monday afternoon. and it looks like it may even continue into Massachusetts through Monday evening. But after that, it looks like all the heavy snow will be gone over there. Now, I mentioned before that all the colder air is happening in our area. It's flowing away from all that high pressure. And yes, colder air, no exaggeration right here. It seems like by tonight, uh, wind chills could drop as low as -21 in Erie, probably -24 in Warren. That's what it's going to feel like with the winds blowing. So yeah, good idea to bundle up as always for tonight. But it looks like the winds are going to slow down to Saturday. It's still going to be quite cold, but with the slower winds, it looks like the wind chills are not going to be as bad. It looks like they're going to be in the positives for Meadville as well as Warren for Saturday afternoon. Probably still in the negatives for Erie, where the winds are just slightly faster. And then by Sunday, not going to be as cold. Probably not going to be too windy either. So wind chills will eventually be at 15 for Erie. Now, here's a preliminary guess on how much snow can be expected, but this is by Sunday afternoon. By 2 p.m., probably 4 to 6 inches for most of the region, maybe 2 to 4 at the immediate lake shore. This is followed by even more snowfall into the rest of the afternoon and evening. So just add like maybe 4 more inches to those totals, and that falls in line with what the winter storm warning is telling us. It's going to be a lot more in Pittsburgh, unfortunately. If you go further south, that's where the system is a little stronger, where you can find the heavier snow, 6 to 10 by Sunday, 2 p.m. in the Pittsburgh area, or at least most of the Pittsburgh area, and then just add a few more inches after that. Could be 8 to 14 across the entire metro area. In the higher elevations, probably near 1.5 feet. So from Johnstown to Altoona in the higher elevations. At least that's what is expected. But of course, these amounts are predicting a storm that's still 2 days away. So there's still time for things to change. Again, these are preliminary amounts. They might not be the actual amounts. But still, I would prepare for amounts like this, especially if you're in the Pittsburgh area or near the Appalachian Mountains. All right. Well, that's it for the update. Stay safe out there. Yeah, have a good weekend, and also stay warm.